Hello there. I'm Andy Ternay, and I am coming to you today to discuss a matter of critical importance to our national discourse, and that is, of course, civility. It has come to my attention that some overzealous members of my own political leaning have been perhaps a bit rude or uncivil in confronting Trump administration officials with things they disagree with. This came to my attention from the two papers of record for this nation, the Washington Post and the New York Times. A couple of weeks ago, the New York Times gave us a piece which deplored the fact that we were throwing children into wire cages with concrete floors, but pointed out that it's not really necessary to use the F word in decrying these sad excesses. And the Washington Post this past Sunday wrote a very moving editorial on how we must really leave the members of the Trump administration to eat their meals in peace. After all, what would the state of our political system be if, for example, the right-wing pro-life movement were to disrupt and interfere with the personal and private lives of abortion practitioners? Wait. Didn't that actually already happen? Yeah, those jerks actually went there. You see, our founding fathers, when they wrote the Bill of Rights, enshrined in the very First Amendment protections for the Fifth Estate, journalism and the press, from government interference. And they did so because they recognized the importance of a free and vigorous press to investigate the wrongdoings of government. For example, Thomas Paine and Benjamin Franklin had, during revolutionary times, called out the excesses of the British colonial government, which helped create this nation by inciting revolutionary fervor. The Founding Fathers knew this was critical. And this system of the media policing the politicians has worked pretty well for almost 2 full centuries in the United States. Look at Watergate. That was the Washington Post's investigative reporters, and to agree, a few other institutions' reporters, who dug out the fact that the Republicans had engineered a burglary of the Democratic National Committee office, and the cover-up was orchestrated all the way at the office of the presidency, and it forced President Richard Nixon to resign in disgrace. How did the media go from taking down a corrupt president to protecting the feelings of those in government? Well, I believe that happened through the miracle of media consolidation amongst multinational corporations. Gone are the days of hundreds of scrappy, competing print and radio and TV reporters fighting to tell the public about the misuse of government funds. Welcome to the days of the pundit celebrities who are accustomed to lives of wealth, luxury, and fame. And all of those things, the wealth, the luxury, and the fame, are actually dependent on pleasing the people on whom they report. The process of transforming the media from a hostile guard dog into an obedient little lapdog is very well explained by the Roman author Tacitus almost 2,000 years ago, when he described how the Romans gradually co-opted the Iron Age inhabitants of Britain. Tacitus described it this way: "Our Roman style of dress was admired by the Britons, and the toga became common. Gradually they slipped into the allurements of vices: the public lounge, the bath, the elegant banquet, and in their ignorance, they called it culture, when it really was part of their enslavement. The fact that our media celebrities owe their fame and wealth to no achievement of their own, but rather because they have access to individuals who control the levers of power, mean that in order to continue to have that access, they have to please the people who control the levers of power. The result is that they flatter and appease those in power to ensure the media celebrity gravy train is never disrupted. So, when the New York Times and the cable news pundits clutch their pearls in horror at commoners such as you and I, calling out the misdeeds of the Trump administration in clear, plain language, you should keep in mind the words of the Roman Emperor Tiberius after he encountered the fawning and servile groveling of Roman senators of his day. They are men fit only to be slaves. I say this not to praise slavery as an institution, but to point out how willingly and eagerly our celebrity media stars and their corporate masters will bow before this current totalitarian regime. They are willing to carry the water of people who throw children in cages because it ensures that they themselves will live lives of luxury, wealth, and comfort, and all it requires is that they sacrifice their dignity, self-respect, and any remaining ethical values they have. It's no wonder that celebrity media stars are discomfited when they are forced to face angry citizens appalled at what's being done. It's a reminder of their failure to do the basic job of journalism, which is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. In short, your activism is a public rebuke of their passivity in the face of evil. For make no mistake, what America is doing to the most vulnerable, refugees and immigrants, it's evil. I speak to tell you, don't let Trump's thugs or the scolding of the media stop you. You are in the right, and history will remember those who stood up. The world will remember those who stood up. Immigrants will remember those who stood up. Those who kneel are always forgotten. Speak and act against this evil. Even if your voice shakes, even if you are frightened, you are not alone. There are a lot of us. This coming Saturday, around the nation, there are marches by Move On against the separation of families and the detention of immigrant children. Please find one and join in. Make a sign, wear a shirt, speak out. I'm putting the link to find a march near you on the screen. Unfortunately, it will not be a live link. I don't yet have enough subscribers to my YouTube channel to have the privilege of live links on my videos. You can type in the link and get right to that page and find a march near you. Finally, I ask you, check your voter registration. Make sure it's valid, accurate, and up to date, because your very best and loudest chance to say to this complicit media and to this evil administration, fuck you, this stops here, will be on November 6th, 2018. Thank you very much for your time and attention. If you like what I'm doing, I'm trying to turn it into a full-time job. If you'd like to support that, go to my Patreon page and consider pledging. A small amount is fine. A large amount is welcome. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The more subscribers I have, the sooner I get to that magical ability to put live links in videos. And you can always find me on Facebook and Twitter, although for the next few days I'm not going to be very active on Facebook. It seems I was a bit uncivil to various people who sent me death threats, and that's earned me a timeout. But I will be back, and I will be speaking, and I'm hoping I see you at the march this coming Saturday. Thank you very much.